got to talk about Shador Sanders. Speaking of that show that we're beefing with now because, they think they could beat everybody in everything, apparently, which they won't. Nightcap yesterday happened, and Shannon Sharp was telling Chad
Whoa, no free pub.
Oh, sorry, my fault.
No free pub. That other show.
That other show was happening yesterday. Shannon Sharp told Chad Ochocinco he believes Cleveland Browns are trying to set Shador Sanders up by letting him start. I'll let you guys listen to the clip right here.
That looks like it might be promising. They still have an issue with that. So it looks like what they're trying to do, based on some of the things that we've seen, some of the things that we've heard come out of that locker room or that organization in general, they still don't think the person that is at the helm right now is the answer. They don't.
Yeah. I mean, and I really hate to feel this way, but a part of me is like, yeah, we're going to let him start the rest of the season. Oh, Bears, Bills, Steelers, Bengals. If I'm Shador, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I already showed y'all what I can do. Put Dylan in there.
Nah, you know, matter of fact, I want him to play against the Bears. I want him to play against the Bills. I want him to play against the Steelers because I want.
Yeah. Do you guys think the Browns are trying to sabotage Shador?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
By starting him these last 4 games?
I'm confused as what people want. We want to see Shador play. He plays 3 games, and now, Shannon, you trying to tell us that if the competition gets too hard, they should bench him because they got the Bills, they got the Steelers, they got some real dogs coming up in the Bears. We've been begging all year to play Shador. And now after Shador has one good game, just one, a game in which there was still a pivotal turnover that led to them losing the game, we've seen enough? Like, sure, as a fan, I've seen enough. If the competition is between Shador and Dylan Gabriel, I've seen enough. But the competition's not between Shador and Dylan Gabriel. The competition is between Shador and what the hell is behind door number 1. And what's behind door number 1 is several rookies, any NFL free agent, and somebody you can trade for. So have we seen enough to say Shador's better than Dylan Gabriel? Sure. But to suggest that the Browns have seen enough for Shador, or to suggest that they trying to set him up for failure because the competition is too stiff, what are we really doing, T? And what I hate is that people who don't know the sport as well, but just love to get involved in the controversy of like a black man being held down, might listen to Shannon and be like, you know what? They are setting him up for failure. They should bench him. Throw Gabriel back out there. Bro, this is football. Go compete.
Man, at some point, it did feel like there was a saboteur. In the building. It did feel that way. But grass on the field, I'm trying to play ball.
Always.
Grass on the field, I'm trying to play ball. And so sitting for what? I'm trying to be the starter. Why the would I want to sit?
Yep.
I ain't trying to sit. I'm trying to play.
Yep.
I'm trying to prove to y'all I'm exactly who I say I am.
Correct.
And so what I just did last week, I'm not going to do that again.
Correct. And win. And win, T.
And so,
and win.
To me, why are we trying to take a step back? Being Shador. Why would I want to take a step back? I'm trying to solidify myself as y'all quarterback of the future. I'm trying to play every snap of every game moving forward.
Correct.
I'm not trying to get off this field.
Correct.
And so, because if he does this and he can continue to play the way he played, the way he threw the ball, the way he was just putting it in, that was almost like a handoff.
Yeah.
Only one guy can catch the ball. Some of the throws he was making and how accurate he was. That was just a bad game for the defense. They always going to be 2 to 3 a year. That was just one of them for the Browns. It happens. But there's just absolutely no way he should not want to play.
Correct.
And so, no, I completely disagree. But, yeah, at some point, there was a saboteur. At least it looked that way.
Yeah.
But Stefanski looked like, I'm all in now. He know.
Here's what I hate about so much of this Shador situation and the advice people are giving Shador. Far too often, people are giving advice Shador that they would never take. Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Famer. There ain't no way that as a rookie, Shannon would have played one good game and been like, man, I ain't playing, play the backup.
Ain't nobody trying to come out the game.
The reason you a Hall of Famer is because you was a dog. Because you overcame all adversity from your upbringing to going to, Savannah State? Savannah State to going to the big leagues. You never would have taken the advice you given Shador. This some real do as I say, not as I do type stuff. And so I don't know why everybody's trying to give Shador a pacifier when they adults and Shador is too. This is weak to me, and this is weak advice to me. And also, they lost the game. Like, can we all put the pom-poms down? And I am we all. Can we put the pom-poms down and acknowledge the Browns were up 17-14, driving. Shador throws a pick. Titans score. Titans score again. Browns never take the lead.
I mean, to me, when you have a game that he has statistically, even if you throw a pick, that when you throw the ball as much as he threw it, you probably will throw a pick.
Of course.
And honestly, though, Shannon might just be talking, bro. He just there's just no way. Because what you just said, Shannon, one of the best tight ends to ever play.
Ever.
He know Shador wants to play. He knows Shador should be playing.
Yeah.
And so
but
he may just be
but here's my problem, T. My problem with these just talking podcasts is Shannon's voice is well respected by many. At least well respected by some. People are going to hear that, have limited knowledge of the NFL and how it works, and suggest, oh, he is trying to set him up.
That would just go against everything that Shador had been saying all season. When I get my chance, I'm going to be ready.
Yeah.
When I get my chance, I'm going to be ready.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab it, and I'm never letting go. In essence, that's what he was saying the whole time he would get interviewed. First game, I didn't play the way I would like to play, but I'm going to be better next week.
Yeah.
I promise. And he was better.
Yeah.
And then he was better again. Yeah. And so, for me, where you say, because it was, are they trying to sabotage it? That 2-point play, like, bro, it was almost as if they had never practiced. Because when Junkins got the ball, they say he couldn't toss it. He wasn't even looking.
He wasn't looking.
Because if he would have tossed it, Buddy would have walked in.
Correct. I said
he wasn't even looking. It was almost as if he didn't even know the play call.
Yeah.
And why would you take Shador out considering the type of game that he was having?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so those type of questions need to be answered. But Shador, man, you go ahead and ball the rest of these games.
Can I also say this? You know, you got, how old your kids?
My oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 25, 23, 13, 11.
Okay, let's talk 13 and 11. They run track?
My son.
Bet. So you know in track, as you progress, you got district, you got regionals, you got state. You got all the meets as you progress. And eventually you get to go against your peers, especially when you start to get to regionals, you start to get to state, you go against those people that were in that same class as you. That's what Shador doing right now. You played against Cam Ward last week. I think you outplayed him. This week you got Caleb Williams. I was at the only Colorado game I've ever gone to, Colorado USC. Caleb Shador. Caleb looked better. Easily looked better. And I'm not just talking about the talent that Caleb had with him. Caleb was just better. Shador, you get to go against your peer right again. Like, we saw you outplay the number 1 overall pick from this year's draft. Let's see if you can go outplay the number 1 overall pick from last year's draft. I don't care how you play against Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a big dog. You still a pup. But I want to see how you play against other pups. Shador can go out and prove, yo, I'm right there with all of my peers. Care Bear, how do they do it? Like, you get grouped into age range at that stage, like 13 to 15,
like AAU track, you like
9 to 11.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to watch Shador Sanders versus peers. Don't duck the smoke of your peers, because this is when we can really assess them. I can't assess you versus Aaron Rodgers.
But we all know this. It didn't matter if Shador told him, I don't want to play, it'd be over.
Cut him.
They ain't no player that's a rookie. When you're a rookie, I don't think people understand, man.
Yeah.
Like, you walk into that locker room, you go in and see, you like, what is he looking at? You trying to see if that jersey is on them shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Because you may be inactive.
Yeah.
Right? You peeking to see
I've been there.
You picking to see if your jersey
Yeah.
are on the shoulder pads.
With the tape on it.
With the tape on
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Because if the jersey ain't on yet and they got the tape on the pads, you like, oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Yeah.
that's what happened. Like, and Shador was a backup to start the season. So technically the third quarterback, so he was inactive.
Yeah.
So to get to this point, he relishes this. He looks forward to this. He appreciates it more because of the journey early in his career.
Yeah.
He'll never be that guy to say, I ain't playing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because he appreciates it because how he had to get it.
Yeah, no, I just think it's a situation where, I do think Uncle's being a bit facetious.
Yeah,
I think he
wasn't serious.
He wasn't serious about that. But I do think the narrative that they might be setting him up over the next couple of games, brother. I mean, Kevin Stefanski can't afford to go out there and look like dog crap in the next 4 games. I don't think he can. They're sitting at 3 wins. They're 3-10. They were a 3-10 football team. You're not throwing your quarterback out there. He's not in a position to sabotage. In my opinion, it's actually a perfect opportunity for Shador to go out there and prove, hey, you should have been playing me the entire season. And it low-key makes your coach look foolish for not playing you earlier. And it also puts Shador in a position to be the franchise quarterback. You know what you don't do if Shador shows promise over the next 4 games? Draft a quarterback in the first round next year. Yeah. You don't. Because you think, oh, wow, I have a quarterback that's playing at a first-round draftable level, which, I mean, he showed he played at a first-round draftable level the entire time he was a prospect. But I just think it's a situation where we got to stop with some of it, bro. We have to stop with some of it. It gets to a point where we think everything is stacked against him. He's broken through that already. And I think now people are starting to actually give Shador credit. I see more people giving Shador credit than even before. 350-plus yards in a game as a rookie is incredible. It's amazing. And I just think it's now Shador's team, and he gets to continue proving that week after week. And I'm excited to see it. I want to see him, like you said, Acho, against Caleb Williams. That's going to be a fun matchup. I'm really excited to see that. If he can do something against him, if they can go out there and upset the Bears, that'd be a huge win, a huge feather in his cap.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. A social trade. I think it's time for some super chats, and then y'all know it's Tuesday.
Y'all know it's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Know what happens on Tuesday.
Y'all know what that means.
Not yet.
We also have a special guest in the chat right now.
Who in the chat?
Special guest by the name of Nightcap Show has just joined the Speakeasy
Hold on.
chat.
Hold on. Nightcap in the chat?
Nightcap in the chat.
Oh, wow.
What y'all want to say?
They listen,
Shouldn't y'all be working?
They said slow news day, laughing emoji.
Wow.
I don't know what y'all got going over there, but at Social Trade here, I got way too much work to worry about what y'all got going on during y'all live show. So for y'all to be over here lets me know y'all not really working how we working. But I'm going to just leave that where it's at. That's all I got to say about it.
They be at the house.
You right.
We be in studio.
We pull up.
You know what's crazy?
We work in person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Even if we did go in their chat, host probably wouldn't know. They don't really read their chat. But anyway.
Yeah, that's facts. And actually, while y'all are here,
let's go and read those chats.
We got word that y'all are blocking people in y'all chat that's mentioning Speakeasy. But I don't know. Maybe it's a little saltiness going on there. We welcome all chats.
All chats.
Here in the Speakeasy. Speak your mind. You want to bring up Nightcap? Cool.
America.
We respect. We do all that.